I want to keep working with this same basic example. This was the equation, just as a reminder, x squared plus y squared equals 9. And we found that the derivative of y prime was equal to negative x over y with implicit differentiation. What I want to do now is I want to find points in the graph where the tangent lines are actually horizontal and vertical. And then I want to check it by plotting in Maple. Well, to be horizontal, what I'm saying is, I guess I'm right here is the only place I'm going to have a tangent line. Well, actually here, I'm going to have two places where I have horizontal tangent lines. Here, clearly a slope m is equal to 0. And I have two options for vertical. That's only going to be here and here. Here, the slopes will be undefined. They don't exist. In other words, I'm going to have a real number over 0. Well, how do I use that to find those slopes? Well, if this equals 0, then I have to take the slope, negative x over y, and set it equal to 0. Well, that can only happen if x is equal to 0. And of course, y is non-zero, which is exactly what I have here. This has coordinates 0, 3, and this has coordinates 0, negative 3. So I have two places that I will have a horizontal tangent. So the equations of the lines could be pretty easy. Y1, equation 1, is simply going to be 3. Y2, equation 2, is simply going to be a negative 3. Now I need to find these tangents. Well, this happens when the denominator is 0. So that's going to happen when y is 0, but x is anything else, which means this is going to have the coordinate negative 3, 0, and this will have coordinates 3, 0. And it's this y value right here that when I substitute it into the equation for my slope based on my derivative function, will make it undefined. So that means that the equation of this first line over here on the left will be x, I'm going to say x1 equals negative 3, because that's a vertical line. X is always negative 3. Y varies, but x is always negative 3. And x2 is going to be x equals positive 3. Oops. So I have equations here, 4 different equations here that I can plot every one of them with implicit plot and take a look at them, which is what we're going to do right now. So I need to start off with my equation of the circle. So I'll put x squared plus y squared equals 9, and then a comma. And then I have y equals 3. Another comma, I have y equals negative 3. Another comma, I have x equals negative 3. Another comma, and x equals 3. Hit enter, I have this series. Now, I will go ahead and I'll come back up here, right click, plots, implicit plot, two-dimensional implicit plot, xy, select it, and I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. And this is exactly what we said would happen. Here's my two horizontal lines. Here's my two vertical lines.